Imagine standing on a mountaintop, surrounded by a sea of faces, all waiting with bated breath. The air crackles with tension as two opposing forces prepare for an epic showdown. This isn't just any contest, it's a battle between good and evil, truth and falsehood, the one true God and a false idol. Welcome to Mount Carmel, where the prophet Elijah is about to challenge 450 prophets of Baal. Our story takes place in ancient Israel, around 870 BC. The land is gripped by a severe drought, a divine punishment for the people's idolatry. King Ahab and his wife Jezebel have led the nation astray, promoting the worship of Baal, a pagan god of storms and fertility. But one man stands against this tide of corruption: Elijah, the prophet of the Lord. Elijah confronts King Ahab, declaring, "I have not made trouble for Israel, but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commands and have followed the Baals." With these bold words, Elijah sets the stage for a contest that will determine the true God. The prophet challenges the people. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him, but if Baal is God, follow him. The crowd remains silent, torn between their traditional faith and the allure of Baal worship. Elijah proposes a test. 2 bulls will be prepared as sacrifices, one for Baal and one for the Lord. But there's a catch. No fire will be lit by human hands. The God who answers by sending fire from heaven will be declared the true God. The prophets of Baal go first. They prepare their bull and call on their God from morning till noon. "Baal, answer us," they shout. But there is no response, not even a whisper. As the hours drag on, Elijah begins to taunt them. "Shout louder! Surely he is a god. Perhaps he is deep in thought, or busy, or traveling. Maybe he is sleeping and must be awakened." Desperate, the prophets of Baal cry louder, slashing themselves with swords and spears until their blood flows. Their frenzy continues until evening, but still, there is no response, no fire, no sign from Baal. Now it's Elijah's turn. He repairs the altar of the Lord, using 12 stones to represent the 12 tribes of Israel. He digs a trench around the altar and arranges the wood. Then, in a stunning display of faith, he orders that 4 large jars of water be poured over the sacrifice and wood. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. The water runs down around the altar and fills the trench. With everything prepared, Elijah steps forward. His prayer is simple yet powerful. "Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant, and have done all these things at your command. Answer me, Lord, answer me, so these people will know that you, Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again." Suddenly, fire falls from heaven. It consumes the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil. It even licks up the water in the trench. The people fall prostrate, crying out, "The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God!" In that moment, the truth is undeniable. The one true God has revealed himself in an awesome display of power. The prophets of Baal are seized, and Elijah orders their execution, marking the end of their deceptive influence over Israel. This dramatic event on Mount Carmel wasn't just a spectacle. It was a turning point in Israel's history. It demonstrated God's supreme power and his intolerance for idolatry. It showed that true faith isn't about frenzied rituals or self-harm, but about trusting in God's power and timing. Today, we may not face prophets of Baal, but we often find ourselves torn between following God and chasing after modern-day idols, money, fame, power, or pleasure. Elijah's story challenges us to choose decisively, to stand firm in our faith, even when we seem outnumbered. Remember, sometimes God's power is displayed dramatically, like fire from heaven. Other times, it's in the quiet whisper of his voice guiding us. But always, he is present, ready to prove himself to those who seek him earnestly. So, where do you stand? Are you ready to declare, like the Israelites, "The Lord, He is God"? Like and subscribe for more.